YVA Trades.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's December 20th. I've had the last few days off, feeling a little under the weather and been trying to get back to it, and been finally here. So gonna take it a little easy today. I hope you had a great weekend and so far a good week. So here we are halfway through. My last trading day was Thursday of last week, where I made that big $2,000 day. Not live streamed. I was at the beginning of feeling ill at that point. So anyways, it was a nice day. I'd like to see some continuation on that. I am up $5,000 in 14 days, 12 days. So $5,000 in 12 days, not bad. This is look at my weekly chart, biggest weekly candle that I have had so far. All right, let's take a look at the stock market. I've missed a lot. I haven't really looked at much this morning, but let's see. So I had some levels marked out here. Yeah, so we broke, let me see, let's go to I want to go to the larger time frame here. So the weekly candle, get rid of a couple of levels. I just want to see what we're doing. Weekly candle, so we broke over that last high. And what are we doing for the monthly 479? Well, we're getting really close to all-time highs on SPY. Blue sky breakout at that point. And the daily, so we broke over that level. You can see clearly there we had our little higher low and higher high, so the uptrend continues. And this morning we're pulling back to that that level, that breakout spot. So looking for our next 4-hour higher low, hourly higher low. I'd be looking for 5-minute oversold. We had it here, but we'll see if we get it when the bell rings. So let's go take a look at the gap scan this morning. And so I haven't even really looked at this either. I did actually manage to squeeze off a small trade this morning on POL, made about $75, and that was a trade that I took here on the 5-minute time frame. We made our move up, we were consolidating equilibrium, and I took a trade on it as we were pulling back right here for this little whoop-de-whoop, that's what I like to call it. And that was back here on the 1-minute time frame. We were also tightening up here. So I bought this little pullback with my stop loss really close by. It was just a really low risk trade. And then as we started to break over that last, it was an inside bar on the 5-minute, we started to break that, and I sold pretty quick. Pre-market, don't like to hold it. So that was a quick $75 win. So what do we have to trade? Well, this one, POL, after I did that, I was looking at it, and the news, it's got news, but I don't really understand the news. It's not anything, I don't know. I feel kind of like a little bit apprehensive trading a stock that doesn't have really good news, because I just worry sometimes that if it starts to make big moves, the exchange could halt it, and wonder, okay, what's going on with this, and how long is it going to halt for at that point? If it doesn't have the news behind it to back up the price action that you're seeing. Urges shareholders concerned about their investment. Yeah, I don't know what that means. So I'll keep a watch on it. Andrew, hey, Mara. I did hear something about Mara. Also, I was looking at Chewy, but I think Chewy's consolidating now on a 4-hour time frame. But we can take a look at Mara. Mara, I don't trade it because I can't get margin on it. Is the only problem with that. So I have to use like strictly cash only, and that pretty much uses up a lot of my buying power, so I can't take trades on other stocks. But yeah, look at that, nice move. Hourly time frame here, just an hourly uptrend. Daily time frame, we're up at $24, so way up here. Pretty impressive. So if you're trading Mara, we're going to be due for consolidation on that one here soon, probably. Looking for a 15-minute higher low. Big breakout on the hourly. So yeah, like I said, I probably won't touch that. Excuse me. because of my buying power. So I'm going to look at the gap scan here. We have only 10 minutes to go. POL. I can't get that to load. Oh, I know what's going on here. So POL was one. I'll put that on the watch list. And let's look, see further down. We have XAIR. I don't really see news on that one today. It had news yesterday. Post-market move up. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. Lower float. It just doesn't have any volume right now. We're coming up to a resistance on the hourly right here. Need to get over that pre-market or post-market high, 211. Daily time frame on that is, so we're up in this area. So it's a, it's a downtrend like a lot of these are. Doesn't really look like it has a history of big moves. Well, back here it did. Impressive move there. So I don't know. Trading below the moving averages. Resistance up at 216 and 263. I'm not sure on that one right now. AUVI selling off, kind of giving back its, there's the hourly time frame, so coming down to support. Oh, look at that. Hard to borrow. Light on volume. Nice move up. 14 million in the float. No news. Do we not have news on these leading gappers? We really don't. I mean, shares of rare quality. Gains. I mean, AIM or AUVI does have some news on it. So maybe. I like the price. So our leading gapper is up 111%. XAIR is up 20%. So it just kind of drops off from there. So that one's sold off. So no on LQR. NCL is a big gap down. It doesn't have news on it, so I'm wondering if there might be a potential there if you break over the top of this level, because it doesn't have news. So there's no reason why I think it should have dropped like that. Let me see. Yeah, it didn't have news yesterday, so I'm not sure the reason for the drop on that. If you get up over 241, there could be a potential long there. But I would wait probably till it got over that level. ADIL. Press release. ADIL Pharmaceuticals receives final reimbursement payment. Man, only 5 minutes to go. I don't have my watch list put together. Yeah, ADIL trading mid-range. I might leave that one alone for now. I'll wait and see what the high of day scan looks like. Wolf, I've been seeing that on the scanner a lot, but I haven't traded it, I don't think. CIFR. Ooh, CIFR. It's up over the high of yesterday. Oh, yeah, I'm just not sure on that one either. Let me see, I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to click through these real quick. I didn't have a chance to really go over anything this morning before I started. Right, Bitcoin sympathy stock. Yeah, right, it's been on fire. Bitcoin's been doing pretty good, I think. I haven't looked at it in a couple days, but last I checked, it was consolidating. So POL, I don't want POL to be the only one I'm watching. XAIR, maybe. I just don't like how AUVI is sold off. Looking for an hourly high or low. Let's see here. Could look for a 5 minute oversold. We haven't had 5 minute oversold. So when you have an hourly move up, that first 5 minute oversold usually gets bought up on an hourly uptrend. So hourly consolidation, 5 minute oversold. But I don't know that I'll play that. So the high base scanner. We had LQR earlier, but that's the one, you know. It's kind of doesn't look too good on the hourly right now. RDHL, that one was gosh, you know, I'm just not seeing anything I like. I think I'm gonna wait a little bit. I probably won't trade first thing anyways. Let me see. Well, I'll just put the leading gappers up here and we'll see what they do. The XAIR, AUVI. That's the one I'd be looking for. 5 minute oversold. I could watch that, I guess, just to see. Okay, so we have hourly inside bar on POL. We're just forming a consolidation tightening range here. I'm not going to draw those lines. We have not been able to close. Oops. Oopsie, oopsie. On the hourly, we haven't been able to, well, 280, 228. Nah. Let's not get that crazy. Let's see what that looks like here. All right, so there's your, so POL, high, big rejection up at 250. Big psychological 250 level rejection on that red candle. So it's a 15-minute consolidation pattern in hourly inside bar. Which way are we going to go? Volume came in right here over this break. That was a volume climax right up to that line. Let me see here. Real quick, hourly resistance up here. I'm expecting consolidation on this one. $1.98. Morning. Morning. And hourly pullback here. So yesterday's level there to get over. We finally got over it. Volume came in post market. Maybe we pull back to $2 and get 5 minute oversold. I'll watch for that. Candle ranges. Man, less than a minute to go here. Okay, yeah, it looks like POL. I'm not interested in it yet until I see what it's going to do. I don't like how extended we look on the hourly. Oh, shoot. We get back down here. 15 cents. 10 seconds to go till the market opens. Good luck, guys. Have a great day. Pre-market, we came down to support on POL, that ascending line down here. So we want to close over 233 on this candle. So we didn't. See if we reject off of that support again, or that resistance again. $226 would be probably my entry area if we were to close over that high. But still rejecting from that descending line up there. Close over the high, I mean close over 280 or 233. So if we close over 233, I'll look for a pullback down to 226. And still didn't close. Price is still being held down there. So now coming down to the VWAP. So we might have a 1 minute equilibrium setting up here. There's a VWAP. I could buy it at the VWAP, but I don't like how the 5 minute candle it might have actually been a good spot to get in. 220 was that trough area on the 5 minutes, so we pulled back to that. And these two guys here, they don't have any volume yet. This one's starting to come in. What was the one that had the, it was a big gap down. Which one was that? It was NCL. And it's not, it actually did break above that. NCL. No, it didn't break above it. Never mind. Need to get above 241. Way up there. All right, so now pulling back here on POL. Larger time frames here. This one just doesn't have the volume yet. This one we are starting to see a bounce after hourly consolidation. Well, the market's bouncing off of that previous day a couple days ago, a few days ago, that high up here. So currently seeing a bounce off of that level. Held it by a little bit. Closed below it, but this is the 5 minutes, so you look at the 15, tightening range. Hourly, this looks a lot like AUVI on the hourly. So we have, we're being held down here at the moment on POL by these EMAs. Still haven't closed below this ascending line. Well, how about that? We are 5 minutes into the day and I have not placed a single trade. When's the last time that happened? I can't remember. ANY is actually, let me see here. So Let's pull up ANY. It's got a little bit of volume. It's starting to make a move. We broke out over this and back tested. So that was the entry spot there when we finally closed over all these levels, and then we back tested it there. That's one of my go-to plays. Daily time frame. Nice daily higher low, higher high. Resistance is up around 250 and 270-ish and $3. BLNK. Yeah, none of these stocks really have news. That's interesting. Let me see here. I'm curious. What is Chewy doing today? Chewy was consolidating. Yeah, nothing there yet. CAN. Trending up. Volume's pretty good. Still no news on that one either, but it's an hourly uptrend. Broke over its highs. Daily time frame on that looks like 285 and 318-ish area for resistance. And what is Mara doing? That was brought up this morning. Mara. Oh, yeah, Mara made an initial move up. Big topping tail on the 15-minute time frame. Finding support low of day down here, breaking through. So we have a 1-minute downtrend. Possible entry off of this support, I don't know. Take a look at BLNK here. So about 20 seconds away from that next 5-minute candle. Gonna take a trade on this one off of that support. Looking for a 1-minute equilibrium. I don't really like this 5-minute topping tail. It's not ideal. And so I'm gonna risk just a little bit here. 227. It's about a $79 risk. Well, let me just move him down here. Support is at 227. Get rid of this line for now. I'm going to sell half of it there just to protect myself a little. I'll put my stop down at 228, 227. So this is that move up and the equilibrium here that I'm looking for the break. It was a little risky with that 5-minute topping tail, and we really need to get over that for the bulls to prove themselves here. But we also had the VWAP down here. We had that support coming across. So there were plenty of support areas there, and then the pattern, the chart pattern itself. This one here now is holding the VWAP at the moment. So what we want to see on this one is a close over 239. Inside bars here on BLNK, 6-cent candle range. Put in a join the bid. Actually, let's see here. So I kind of missed the setup on that one. So really what whoops, I hit the wrong button. I meant to do a join the bid and I accidentally did a market order. So because of that, I got in higher than I wanted, but it's okay. I'll just see if it breaks through the high here. Throw up an order on the ask and see if it gets filled. Got a partial fill. I'm just going to get out, let it pull back for a bit. What I wanted to do is put, yeah, you know, I'm chasing this one, so I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm all out for now. So yeah, nice pullback on BLNK to the VWAP. So if this becomes our 5-minute high or low, we look for a breakout over this and continuation. Nice daily consolidation breakout. Mark out some daily resistance levels. The reason I didn't want to hold this is because I really don't want to be buying up close to resistance, you know. The place to buy is down at support, so we do have a support coming down there. I'm actually going to cancel that. I'm going to put in a market buy order here, right down there. This is the level here that I'm playing off of, right in this area. I'll be quick to put in a join the ask order. Try to sell a little bit of it if I can, in case it wants to drop lower, but I didn't get filled. Cheaper stock, I could probably use market orders. So there it comes down lower. What you want to do is hold this support here. So I'm going to sell. It came back up to break even, so I'm going to sell part of it just to reduce the risk. And hold this for a little bit. See if my risk is down here at 350, which is a good level. That's another $100 of risk. As long as we don't close below this level, I'll feel pretty confident holding this. This turns out, as it turns out, this is, you know, another one of those I'm looking for. This one didn't work out over here. So here's what I was, what I was looking for on this one was that equilibrium, and then the whoops, that moved over on me. And then the break straight out through the highs, but instead we started to pull back again. So that's where I exited the rest of my position. If the pattern doesn't look right, then I just get out. So it's the same on this one. Now here's the next attempt to break over 239 on this one. We had a little bit, had a volume increase on this candle. Pull back to the VWAP. Really, this pattern's broken right now. This is not what I wanted. But I'm going to give it a second on this 1 minute candle. There we're breaking support. 5 minute consolidation. 350 is that level there. I'll just let that work out. I was looking at Chewy. I love trading Chewy, and Chewy's been on a tear lately. It's just been an uptrend on the hourly, but it's got this downtrend overall. It's a monthly downtrend. You can't make any mistakes about that. It traded down at the lowest it's ever traded down here the last couple months. But we've had this monthly breakout on the highest volume the stock has ever seen. And so it's a weekly confirmed uptrend at the moment right here. But we're just looking for a monthly lower high below this level. That's the most likely scenario. Just like back here when we had monthly trend changes, it was just monthly lower highs. But what's interesting on Chewy, and here's our daily levels, is yesterday we had this big gap up and big green day, big move up. And I was looking back at this, and it had a great setup on it that I like to trade. It's one of my go-to setups. You had this 5 minute setup here where we had this level pre-market, 2250. And then we consolidated below that, finally broke over it. We closed above it, really nice. And then on the 1 minute time frame, oh, you probably can't even see that. Let me get to here. So it was a little broken up on that screen. But yeah, here's that 2250 level, so we broke over that. And then that we had, let me see here. We had this level here was the next level we needed to close over. And then we closed over that pre-market. So we go to the 1 minute time frame on this to find a trade on it. And hold on, I need to go check this. Little bounce on that. I'm just, some things are hitting the scan here, and I just want to check these out. I don't want to miss any opportunities. So that AUVI is now bouncing. And I don't know, it just things feel a little slow today. BLNK is not the best pattern, not the best setup here, but I'm still holding it. I'm going to, now that we have this little bounce here, I'm going to move my stop loss up a little tighter. So on this one, what I was looking for is after this move up, I was looking for that equilibrium, and I wanted to see us pull back to here and kind of like that was the spot, you know, that trough area. I wanted to see us hold that and definitely not close below this level. And we ended up closing below it on a death candle basically. And you know, I'm gonna go ahead and just get out of this right now. That still leaves me green on the day, so I didn't go into the red, so that's good. But yeah, I like to see that level hold and then the move back up for a good equilibrium setup. So that's two equilibriums that didn't work out in my favor. This one here, you can see I exited here after it should have broke out but didn't. It came back down to support and then broke through the high, but it didn't hold. So we still have not closed over this 239 level. Bulls need to prove something by closing above that level. That is the line in the sand. And so now we have our 1 minute downtrend continuation here, 5 minute consolidation. You have a pre-market level back here. And low of day down here. Yeah, I'm probably not going to trade this one anymore. So what I was looking at on Chewy here, this 1 minute time frame, we had a hard rejection right up here, 2280. So let me get rid of this first line here. And we ended up closing over that line, but we weren't able to close over the rejection point of 2280. Pretty hard rejection there. Came down, we came up to it here post-market or pre-market, and then when the bell rang, we open and we make a move up, but we can't close above it, right? So we tried a couple of times to close above it, couldn't do it. We came back down to support. That area there, the 2250 level, that was that previous breakout spot, 2250, that we broke over. So we came back down into that area, couldn't close below that, couldn't close below either of these levels, and then the bulls stepped in, started to make a move back up, and what we were looking for was a close over these two candles. These became more prominent because you have more volume, more traders trading them. So we closed over 2277, a couple of back tests into that area, and then we took off. And these are the kind of trades that I love. I love to look at a breakthrough and a close over the top and then a back test. Those are high probability trades. And here we go. We closed on this one finally on ANY. We finally closed on the 1 minute over that level. So now we'll see if maybe we start to trend up on this. It is a Doge candle, so I'm not sure on that. But what we want to do is we want to hold that level. We don't want to close back below it. Here is the high of day scanner again. There really isn't anything. Sophie, oh, what did I just see there? What was that? Was that AUVI? Yeah, that was AUVI. Look at this guy. Look at him go. So that was the one we looked at in the gap scan pre-market. We were looking for that hourly higher low, but I don't think we ever got 5 minute oversold on it. We did not. So that's the 15-minute time frame. Nice bounce. I'm not really all that into it right now. TLRY. Yeah, that one's moving up. What's let me see here. Our leading gapper was POL, and that one's just sold off. Kind of what I expected, because we had what I was looking at was we had that hourly inside bar. I was like, yeah, it looks like it needs to pull back, consolidate. Would have been a good short. So back over here to ANY. So we did manage to not close back below that level. We did break back below it here on that candle, but the bull stepped in, bought the dip, and now we're up at a new high of day. We're actually double topping, triple topping, whatever. But this one looks good, you know, so far. And there we go. There's your new high of day. I'm not really actively trading because I've taken several days off and I still don't feel too well. So I'm just like, I'm okay just sitting here doing the analysis. That's fine. I enjoy it. It's nice to see these patterns work out. So what did we have? 239. We closed over it. We back tested that whole area. We held. We're moving higher. How much higher? Well, I don't know. You have 250 psychological up here. You have on the daily time frame the resistance that we're coming up to now. Right here, that little daily lower high. Can hardly see it with the green background. I color-coded my charts so that it might be easier if you're watching this on a phone or whatever. Okay, so we rejected off that daily level just now. So the question is, do we consolidate under that level and then break out over it later? And here we go on CAN. It's a nice 5-minute consolidation. CAN was a 2-minute equilibrium. Nice clean price action on that. What did this one look like on the 2? Sometimes you can go to a different time frame to get a cleaner price, cleaner looking pattern. Oh, nice. 8 cents on that candle range. 274. I'll put in a few limit orders down there just to see if it comes back to me. BLNK here. Let's go for it. I've already taken loss on this. I'm looking for a 5-minute higher low, and this is a pattern I've seen many times in the past where we come up to the VWAP, we pull back for a little bit, and then we break out over it, and I want to see a close over the VWAP. And then that oftentimes will mark the bottom of a 5-minute pullback. What I'm going to do is sell half of it right there, and then I'll keep my stop loss down here at 347 for the rest. So then I book some of that profit at least. I think these orders, some of these are too high. There we go. 273. So now I'm looking for a move up to 367 on this one. Look at the 15-minute time frame. Hourly candle here. 15-minute time frame. It was an inside bar. volume profile. So we had declining volume on that pullback, an increase in volume on the breakout. And so I didn't get into CAN here because it didn't pull back far enough for me. So I'm going to cancel that order. But I'm still interested in this level. If it starts to consolidate again, you know, I should keep my order down there because you never know, it could drop really fast. And then if I get filled there, that would be awesome. So what is the most likely scenario on BLNK? Is it that we form a higher low and a higher high? Well, if you look at the pullback between here and here, and I don't have my Fibonacci tool to draw this, but I'd say this is about a little more than a 50% pullback. So when you start dropping below 50% on your pullback, your most likely scenario becomes a lower high. So we might be seeing an equilibrium setup on the 5 minutes. So that would mean maybe that I would want to take profits somewhere below this resistance. And if I do that and then it continues to break out, well, I've missed that profit that I could have had. But I'm trying to sell it now, but there we go. So I'm just going to sell it just because of that. I'm up 183 and I'm happy with that. So let's plan ahead then. So if it's going to consolidate, if we're looking for that lower high on the 5 minute, and I'll finish drawing these lines. So if we top out for a lower high somewhere below 367, and then we pull back for a higher low, and then we see the break. Where would we pull back to? What would be a likely spot? What would give us the best chances of success? So we look back at previous support areas or resistance areas that we were struggling to get over. And so we had a close here, got above that. Nothing really lines up. I look for the most obvious. And what I want to do is, you know, pick this spot right here, right in the 350 area, even though 350 is down here. But this was our pivot point right here that we broke over. So to me, that would be a good spot to come back for a back test. So that's planning ahead. I could put a couple of limit orders in there. You got the VWAP right there. You know, and if it comes back to that level and get filled, then it could end up being a good trade. Otherwise, maybe it just breaks straight through the highs here and we see it keep going. Personally, I'd rather see it consolidate a little bit. A very small green day for me. Still got these limit orders in over here, but I don't think I'm going to be trading long enough to. Yeah. So okay, so I'm gonna be getting out of here. This is probably it for me. I'm up $188 today. Very small day. And that's okay. I'm happy. Green is green, but like I said, I'm kind of not feeling the best, so I'd like to get out of here. But if you were going to trade CAN, I would look for a pullback to 273. If you're going long on it, you know, and then I would really, on the 1 minute, I would really want to hold this level. I really wouldn't want to close below it, in my opinion. That was a really strong breakout spot. I really want to stick around and wait for it, but so here on BLNK, you know, we closed over that level. Now we have a new 5 minute candle, and maybe this is where we see it pull back or just go higher. Look at this, ANY. I was so busy talking, I wasn't really paying attention here. So this is one where ANY, where we closed over that level, we held it, rejected off daily, came back down. We actually closed below that level a couple of times. We were struggling, we were tightening up below it. But we also had, you know, this point right here where we came up to. And that's kind of seems like the level that we held. That was that pivot point area. And so now we're bouncing off of that. I don't think I would have played that, but we did. Look how many times we held that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now here's the volume increasing coming in on that breakout. Notice on this one we have a great big volume climaxes when we're at the top. So look at this volume climax, mark the top. This volume climax with the upper wick, mark the top. This volume climax right here, it marked the top of a rejection. All right, so here we are consolidating, and I wonder if we get all the way back to 354. That would be a pretty, I don't know, that'd be a pretty good pullback. I don't know about that. We now have this 5-minute pivot area around trough around 355, 356. Okay, so that's up here, 357. That was a rejection. So maybe that's the area. I don't know, there are so many support levels there. One could get lost. I would keep it simple and stick with the 5-minute, I think, if it was me. Pick a level and play it, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's just sometimes the way it goes. So that's why you use stop losses, manage your risk. And I want to thank you guys for watching me here at YVA Trades, and I hope this has been educational to some extent. It's been a very slow day for me, and maybe hopefully tomorrow we'll see some good price action. I mean, this really isn't bad price action. This was a really nice breakout. I love these kind of setups where you're coming down like this, and then you come up to the VWAP and you pull back for a little bit and you hold the lows, and then you start to break out on 5-minute consolidation on a 5-minute uptrend. So you want to make sure you're on a 5-minute uptrend when you see something like this. So breaking back out over the VWAP, and I got in just before the break, but I've seen enough of these that it's like, you know, this looks like it's going to go. So that's a high probability pattern. And then you just base your trading strategy around something like that, you know, where you're going to get in, where you're going to put your stop, how much are you risking, and trade it the same way every time. And that's how you find consistency and take emotions out of trading. That is non-emotional trading when you trade something like that the same time, the same way every time. Of course, back testing to make sure that it's got a high probability of success. Don't just take my word for it. You should do your own due diligence and back test this stuff. The stocks you trade might be different than the stocks I trade. So just words of advice from a guy who's still trying to get rich. It's baby steps. Not going to get rich overnight. So now we have a 1-minute downtrend on this, and we're coming down to that area. So right there, and also that's the VWAP. I just want to stick around for a second just to see if that is the area that we bounce from. Man, nice move here on ANY. So getting back up over that daily level. There's our high of day, 249. It almost feels like this one might not hold that level. And now we have a new 5-minute candle. This is a big red candle on some higher red volume. I just don't know. Yeah, I'm going to wait a little bit longer. I really want to stick around and try this trade at 273. And so now we're starting to see consolidation on the 5-minute. Let's see what it does here. I'll give it a few more minutes. I don't want to miss out on a good opportunity. So I have my limit orders in there. 10 cents. What are these candle ranges? So they're 3 cents. So I have 2 limit orders in, 1,000 shares each. And my stop loss, I would want it to be, well, 10 cents away would put it down at right around here. That's a long ways away. So my risk to reward there is only like a 1-to-1. If I were to get filled down here. Oops, it canceled my orders when I did that. Oh, look at this. Nice. A and Y. Start to see a little action here. Well, there's an interesting level there. So you see that where we held this level here, held it, and broke over the high, back tested it, and then continued higher. So important level. That's a key level, and we bounced off of that. So that might be our 5-minute higher low, or we'll see a 1-minute lower high and lower low, or a 1-minute double bottom, which is a good setup, and then a breakout. So bear flag over here on BLNK. We broke to a higher high with no follow through, so now the bears are taking control. So that level did not hold. We have that original level down here I was looking at, but by now, you know, we pulled back quite a ways here. Let's see, what do we have here? What does this trend line look like when I draw that out? So we're right there at that. But I don't really like that trend line. So we're gonna have a new 15-minute candle in a couple of minutes with an it's a kind of a Doge candle. So we have ourselves a bull flag here, kind of a shallow bull flag. $280, so I'll put one limit order in down at 280. That nice break and close over that last lower or higher low, higher high. That last close over and then the back test, and man, now coming up to a daily level there. So the last daily level was down here we rejected from. Oops, here we go on can. That's my pattern. I'm getting in it higher. We have a new 1-minute candle coming up there. So I exited first, just a small profit. The new 1-minute candle coming up, I want to wait and see if it pulls back a little bit. It's a new 5-minute candle. It's a new 15-minute candle. Yeah, when I say this is my pattern, on 5-minute consolidation, oftentimes you'll see this and then the break. I was looking more for this and then the break, but it didn't come back to me, so that's fine. So then I just jumped into it real quick. Limit order down at 284. Let's just see. A and Y is hot here. Look at the volume coming into it now. put in a limit order, but it did not get filled yet. All right. Well, I tried a few limit orders. Nothing's getting filled for me. I'm trying not to FOMO in and jump in higher. But, yeah. So this was a nice pattern, nice breakout. Volume coming into it now. So that's our 5-minute higher low. And we are bouncing off of this support level over here. Nice. Okay, big red volume candle. Is that the top? Climax candle? Possibly. I don't know. Just taking a guess. All right, guys. So I'm up $194. And I'm going to call that a day. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning. I promise I'll give it my best shot to be back here. I would like to live stream the remainder of the week. So we'll see you. Let me actually, before I leave, one thing I like to do is fill out my P&L chart. It's not going to look like much. 194.08 is my high of day. I was never red on the day. And 194.08. So there we go. Little green candle compared to that last one, but not too shabby. Okay, we'll see you next time here at YVA Trades. You guys take care of yourselves and have fun. Thanks, Lisa. Good to see you. You take care of yourself. And I'm working on that strategy video. I plan to do it. Takes time. See you later.